Alright, so I'm super excited about the video of today. I'm going to show you how in one prompt, you're going to be able to create your own AI agent using Claude. The issue with Claude today is that even though it's super powerful at generating code or copywriting, it doesn't allow you to browse the web. It's not connected to your own databases and nor to your computer. But that was until they released something called the multi-context protocol, MCP, and I'm going to show you how you can set it up. It's super easy. It sounds a bit intimidating, but actually in less than 10 minutes, you're going to be able to connect your Claude to the internet, prompt Claude to update your GitHub or generate images and so on and so forth. So super excited about this video, and let's get started.
All right, so essentially there are 4 different steps that we need to go through. The first step is where we're going to download the Claude desktop version, very straightforward. Then we're going to create a file in which we're going to add all the different API keys for every tool that we want to use in Claude. And then finally, we're going to add the API keys, and I'm going to show you where you can find all these tools. And then the very final step is where we're going to actually run an agent, and I'm going to show you with a quick example where I'm scraping the internet to find a website URL and where I'm using another tool to essentially scrape this website and answer specific questions about it. All right, so first step is very straightforward. You just hop over Claude for Desktop, download the application, then essentially you're going to have it run on your computer. Then the second thing that you need to do is run 2 terminal commands. So if you just hop over here, you create a new terminal, and there are 2 different commands that you need to run. The first one is where you're essentially going to open up a folder in which you're going to create a new file. And it's within this file that you're going to add all your different API keys. So in my example, I'm using 2 different tools. I'm using Brave, and then I'm using Puppeteer. Brave is to browse the internet. Puppeteer is to scrape a website. I'm going to show you how this works. But essentially, you can imagine that if you are running 15, 20 different tools, you would have 15 or 20 different packages that you would install in this document, in this file, sorry. That's pretty much it. It's fairly easy to do. But now you might wonder, okay, but where do I find this list of the different tools that I can actually connect to? And this is where Model Context Protocol comes in. So what is Model Context Protocol, or MCP? It's essentially an open protocol that makes it super easy for you to connect your different LLMs with databases or different tools. Essentially, here are all the different tools that you can connect to. So in my case, if I want to browse the internet, I'm going to go to Brave Search. This is the tool that does it. Then you have a README file, which explains to you essentially what it can do, like its different capabilities. So within Brave, there are 2 different things that you can do. You can execute web searches or search for local businesses. And then essentially, this is what you need to copy paste. So like I said, very, very straightforward. You just copy it and then add it directly here. So it's exactly the same thing. The only thing that you need to do is then hop over to Brave Search API, create your own API key, and then add it to your file. So essentially, once you've done that, you need to relaunch the desktop version. So you just close it, open it again, and then you have this little hammer that you're going to see where it's going to indicate to you that you've successfully integrated with Brave. So what this means is that now Claude can essentially browse the internet. So this is quite epic because now essentially Claude has the same capabilities of Perplexity in some ways. So if we go back to the MCP library, here you have all the different tools. So EverArt allows you to generate images. You have another integration with GitHub where, as you can see here, you can create new branches. You can create, edit, fetch different branches or repos directly. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's go over a quick example. Here you can see within my hammer that I have 2 different tools that I've connected to that give me 9 different actions. So with Brave, I can essentially run some web searches, whereas with Puppeteer, I can scrape and do different things on websites. So if we start with Brave, you can say, for instance, use Brave and find me the top 10 public adjusters in Miami Beach. This is essentially going to return you. It's going to use this tool. Here it's basically asking you to allow it for this chat. So every time that you create a new chat, you can have like different configurations with different tools. So I allow it as well. So here it's essentially directly connected to the Brave API within Claude. So here it's returning like 10 different companies. And then finally, you can ask it also scrape each of these websites using Puppeteer and tell me what they do. Here, Claude is essentially going to try to figure out how to best use Puppeteer. So here we're allowing Puppeteer to then hop over and scrape each of these websites. So here you can see it opened up a new window. It's going to the website. It's probably going to scrape and browse around it to answer specific questions about it. Screenshot. So here it's taking a screenshot of the website. So it analyzed it. It found a name for it. So the name of the company is Alconero. Right, so here you can see some intermediary results. It found the contact number. It tells me like the services that they offer. It tells me also that they cover Miami, Fort Lauderdale, so specific areas. So yeah, so that's pretty much how it works with those two tools. Again, if you go back to the model context protocol, you have all those different tools that you can connect to. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to share the different terminal commands that you need to run to complete the configuration, as well as the checklist, so that you make sure that you're not missing out on any step. Yeah, I think hopefully within 10, 15 minutes, you should be able to have that running on your computer.